Alright, I hit it. Why is it not working already? Oh, good. Hey, good morning, Justin. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Probably Naked. Amy. Tripacer. Good morning, James, Justin, Dave, Desi, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a good weekend. What was that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right? Why? It's working good now? Nice. Nice. Yeah. Let me mute that real quick. Hey, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. And everybody else as well. And I will be, if you want to just give me a moment just to sort of get my bearings, then what we will do as a group is I'll start deleting some broken zones and we'll start looking for some new supply and demand zones that we could use as areas of interest. Obviously, pre-market, I said to watch the supply zone because we gapped it to be used as demand. And what did we do exactly? We held it, a nice rounding bottom and a little pop. Nothing too crazy, about 20 points, still a good move. This would be another area of interest I'd be looking for us to go long. Maybe even with this little gap fill right here as well. Let's see. Nice. Alright, let's see if we could find this trend line. Hey, we found it. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll make a old supply or demand level, I'll turn that into a key level. And because of how we did hold almost to almost to a tick on it, obviously we broke through a few times, but right here we wicked it, right here we wicked it, right here we wicked it. Almost had some candle closures on it. I might just use this blue zone as an area of interest. Because again, look, this is the supply zone that was formed. It worked really well as supply. It sold off. We gapped it. Then we used it as demand. This is an area of interest or a support and resistance zone that I'll be watching to play long. Target, not much supply till up there. Let's see. There's gotta be more supply. Gotta be some. Something right in here. But it doesn't look that way. Check the 3 hour. What do we got? A 3 hour candle, a green 3 hour right there. And it stops right here, but I'm pretty sure we already broke that pre-market. Yeah, we already broke that pre-market. So no supply in my opinion until this daily all the way up here on ES. I know one of my friends in main chat had a supply zone. Pedro G, he also trades supply demand. So he had a 2 hour there. Yeah, oh, so you know what? It's probably just like. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, that 2 hour's cleaner than the three. Because you see how there's no gap after it? The 2 hour was just sell off, a little bit of a gap down, key level bounce, and continued lower. So that's not bad. And that's also why it's good, guys, to always have a trading community and a community that trades the same type of trading style, supply, demand, or something. He saw this 2 hour zone where I initially didn't see this 2 hour zone. But because we both trade the same style of supply demand, we find our zones relatively the same way by finding this basing candle before we sell off. So because of that, I was able to say, oh look, Pedro's got a supply zone here on this time frame. Let me go check that time frame. Maybe I'm missing something. And I was. So we'll mark that out. Mark that out. Perfect. Now we'll go check where that is. As long as we didn't break it. Look at that. Great 2 hour zone. Gotta shout out Pedro on that one. Great 2 hour zone. I missed. What was that? Nice. Oh wow. Alright, so we have this. Yeah. Alright, let's make this a key level. Let's make this a blue key level. This will be our area of interest, you know. Bless you. Or throat clear. Listen, man, I'm just full of blessings and I'm here to share them with all of you. Right? I'm not alone? Oh, Gesundheit, Ironclad. Aw. Alright, I'm just posting some supply and demand on ES right now. It's our social medias, YouTube. We do have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram where we do post our supply and demand zones daily. We go live on here every morning as well, so always feel free to join. And of course, the Discord, if you do become a member, comes with many perks. You know, you're able to direct message me, Bullish Bears Jeremy, Bullish Bears Sig. Signet has his own channel where he's always constantly posting market updates. Filled to the brim with great information and great teachers. So it's definitely a good community to be part of if you're trying to learn to trade. Hey, we might be double topping an ES right here if we come lower below the supply zone. Oh, there we go, a megaphone. What about a not so megaphone? A standard phone? Oh, let's check out some equities. Oh, Nvidia. Nvidia over 405. That's crazy. That's insane. What? This thing was at like 200 not too long ago. Oh my god. Dude, I can't get over Nvidia. Imagine you were just swinging some calls for like just a week or two. Best trader in the world right there. Yeah, so the way I see it, guys, the way I use equities when I trade supply and demand with ESNQ, I do chart supply and demand on equities as well, not as often as I do ES and NQ. I should be more up to date with it. But what I'll do with them is I will use them as sort of like a relative strength, relative weakness thing as well. Whereas if I see equities have been breaking supply or breaking key levels or have been going higher, Apple's been going higher this past week, Nvidia's been crazy, Amazon's been pushing higher. These are things that would tell me, okay, we're coming up to supply in ES, but how weak is the market really? You know? Are we really that weak, or are equities pumping and we just so happen to be in a supply? Because the supply zone isn't always going to work. Mistral. Oh, wait, it's 2 hours. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Not a real one. Not a real one. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, Jeremy, tell us about your Tesla plays. That's crazy. Oh wow. Laughing my way to the bank, dancing your way to the bank, same thing. I'm gonna post on our social media. Come join us live. Let's see. That's awesome. Make. Mm. Alright, YouTube. Yeah, look at that. 450% on that. Nice, Jeremy. Still cooking. Let him cook, guys. Let Jeremy cook. Share. Copy link. That's insane, dude. Close that out. Lock some profits, no? Not yet, not yet. Nice. Alright, I just posted on our Instagram that we're live on YouTube. Yo guys, anybody here, just so you guys know, with supply and demand and stuff, it's obviously something you could apply to equities as well. If anybody's ever got like recommendations, or you guys want to see what does Apple look like with supply demand, are we breaking supplies on Apple, are we breaking demands on Apple, support resistance, any questions, you guys just let us know, you know, we're here to help you guys. Let's see, relative strength. We could check what our relative strength is looking like today, guys. Change percentage. What stocks are outperforming. Tesla, the biggest mover today. Nvidia, close second. Google sort of falling off compared to the others. Yeah, look at that. You see that, guys? So I wouldn't touch Google today at all for longs. And that's what's great about this relative strength thing, is I looked at it, I organized it from change percent. I saw Google's at negative 0.20% of a change. Like, that's nothing. Nothing. And then you look at things like Tesla and Nvidia, they're up over 5% today. Even Meta. Like, Meta as well. Yup, crazy. Crazy. Like, I wouldn't touch anything in the middle here, just because these stocks seem to be stronger. So, like, if I pulled back up, like, even Meta I would touch. I would always do it the top 3 strongest or the top 3 weakest. If we were in a downtrend market, if Tesla was ripping lower, if things were so much stronger lower, and instead of it being positive up 2% or up 5%, we were down 2% and 5%, I'd be looking at the relative weakness, and I'd want to take one of those short in comparison of taking something long. You always want to go with the trend. The trend is our friend. There's no reason to fight it. We, as retail, will never be strong enough to move a whole trend by ourselves. That's all the market. That's all institutions. But what can we do? We could sure as hell follow the trend. We could sure go with the trend. We could sure supply and demand. So we know where the institutions are placing their orders. Ironclad had nothing, just the bot trade for me. Oh, that's cool, Ironclad. You got a bot rolling? Huh. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. That's cool. Yeah, that's the fun part. Don't go up anymore, don't go down anymore, just pause. Biggest percent change. I'm just writing a little write up on how to use relative strength and weakness, guys. Give me one moment. I like to look for the biggest percent change, negative, positive. And then if you guys want, we could get into some, we could do like swing high, swing low, like follow the trend type of deal. Or if you guys want, I could mark some supply and demand on equities right now if you guys are interested, just to show you guys also examples of how I find supply and demand. And when you look for supply and demand in equities, it's much different from when you do it in futures, because you're not using the extended hours. With futures, the market's open 23 hours a day, so there's always liquidity. Whereas with equities, it's only open from the 9:30 to 4 Eastern time, so you only have the liquidity around then. You might get gap moves, and you might see little movements happen pre-market and stuff, and you could mark those as key levels, like key pre-market levels. But personally, I don't. The person who taught me how to trade and find these supply and demand zones, he does not as well. And again, the reason for this is there's no real liquidity there. If it's pre-market Nobody's trading it pre-market. You know, there might be that little bits of volume, but that's not really pushing the market. The gaps are coming from the equities, the gaps, the futures, but you can't make zones from gaps. Let's see, percent change. When I'm looking for L string weakness, equities always like. Nice, thank you. Did you hear my keyboard? Alright, cool. Okay. With another stocks. Okay. Today we see Nvidia and Tesla are relatively stronger than other stocks, so we would look for strength and continuation. Along with trend continuation on ES and NQ. This way we are really trading higher probability setups. Yeah, I heard that. Hey, yo, check it out. It's S&P ES. We did break out of that supply and we hit our target of the area of interest. This would have been a tougher trade because risk reward wise, as you guys know, I'm always preaching about it. It wouldn't have really been in your favor unless you sort of got in over here and put your stop at the previous highs. You know, you would have really had to. Come on. You really would have had to be careful with the stop loss on this because you're not getting a good risk reward. Almost 2 to 1, which is okay. But a lot of times it's not so much risk reward. It's also just going with confirmation and going with trend and going with strength. You know, if we're in supply on ES and we're in supply on NQ, although yes, we've been breaking it lately. What else is there? Are we breaking supplies on equities? Are we still strong on equities? There's a ticker that's a weighted indices, and what that is this one right here, and that weighs all of the top 10 stocks in ES. And what it does is it does like 7.25 of Apple, 5.86 of Microsoft, 3.32 of Amazon, and it creates its own chart for it. And from here, you could also create key levels and stuff. Just another form of confirmation and seeing the direction of trend. This is a good trick I like to use. I don't use this as often. You know, you could also combine NQ and ES, right? Maybe find a range that they're in. That's interesting. Alright, just posted a little post on relative strength and weakness to our Instagram, Twitter, and I believe Facebook. Insta, bullish, nice. Look at that, Amazon's showing weakness, Tesla's getting weak up here. I sort of want to see if Tesla does have a supply zone, so I'm going to do some supply and demand right now. Check out the 4 hour. If anything too, guys, remember, if supply and demand's not lining up right, you could always create support and resistance. That's when key levels come in play. We might not have a perfect supply and demand, but we see that, you know, we get weak when you get above this 210 to probably 215 area. So that's something to also keep in mind. Look at the volume difference that came in right over here too, by the way, on the 4 hour. That's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking for a supply zone on Tesla. Give me that supply zone. So give me my money. Nice. Alright, let's see. Yep. A lot of times too, guys, if I'm like having trouble reading ES and NQ, I'll go to equities just for the trend, just to see how strong they are. What's going on with it, you know? Let's say we targeted the bottom of that area of interest. That would have been a better trade, almost a 3-to-1. 1 hour demand. A 1 hour supply on a Tesla right here. Here's a good example of a drop base drop. Now you could use this if you're intraday day trading as well on the 5-minute. So what you would look for is a big drop candle like this one right here, and you would want it to have a very small wick. It would have to be followed by a green basing candle where it's got a long rejection on top and follow through towards the bottom. So that would be a drop, base, and then you would enter on the 5-minute chart. You would enter as soon as we break below and put your stop at the previous high and the previous candle's high, and you would take it for at least 2, maybe 3 candles. This, again, drop, base, drop. That also creates supply and demand. What happened, we used it once over here. This was look at this. We gapped into it, right? We gapped up to 210.54. We wicked into it for a second, and then we sold off and sold off. Now what happens? We're not back at it yet. We're at 20. Yeah, right? We do have a little gap to fill. Got a little gap to fill right here. I like to make my gap fills purple, just to keep everything different from each other. But that gap's at 207. Oh wow, Tesla really came back. Alright guys, so what I'd look for on the red, right? On the red. What I'd look for on the 1 hour, guys, is this still has 36 minutes to close the first 1 hour candle of the day. I would want a bait. If I'm looking to play short, I would want a green basing, so a small green body with a long wick on top, and then I would play it short, and I would I'd enter, let's say, like right here. I'd have my stop at this top wick, and I would probably target gap fill first, and then I'd maybe move my target to demand, which is like really nice. That's a good risk reward on that. But probably just to about gap fill at first, just because also trend is your friend type situation. we've been pushing higher, we've been breaking supplies. Now I would use NQ at this point to dictate if we break below and hold below, are we going to be pushing lower on equities, or are we going to hold this key level? What I really like to look for on key levels is for us to close below it and reclaim and push lower. That's that extra confirmation that you be patient for, so you could have a more for sure trade. You could get in now for sure while it's breaking it, and just be a breakout trader, and that'll work sometimes. But if it's a key level, it's a key level for a reason, and a lot of times it'll reject. But, again, also, you look at VIX, this is another confirmation to go short on the market because it's green over here. It's been pushing green. It's all different confirmations, it's all different reasons, you just have to know where your target is, where your entry is, where your stop loss is, everything. You just gotta be very aware. It might seem like a lot and it might seem overwhelming, but let me break it down in this sense, right? If I'm trading the 5-minute on ES, all I need is for it to line up with supply. Okay, great, we're in supply on ES and NQ, that's double confirmation. Now I'm going to look for, I want VIX to start spiking higher, and then I'll go short. Okay, there's VIX spiking higher. It broke out of this range right here to 1720. Let me consider a short. I go short here, put the stop at supply, and get that nice little impulse move down. We're probably going to see the start of this area of interest. We'll see. That's what's great about not having so many indicators and moving averages and stuff too. As great as they are for entries and exits as well, when you're reading purely price action like this, and you're giving yourself solid zones, solid areas of interest, and you're not marking out 50 key levels. Realistically, I probably could have marked a key level out right here too, right? Because we sort of rejected this, and I could have targeted that, but can't have too many. We got news? Nice. And we got news Thursday and Friday too, right? Nice. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, VIX is going higher. Can't fight that trend. Closed below key level. Oh, so we're definitely getting some news and some moves. Let me post. Do I post on our Facebook that we're live? Yeah, I'll post on our Facebook. So here, guys, if you missed your entry to go short, if you missed the entry up here, you should not be chasing it down here. This blue area of interest would be used as a demand. You do not want to be shorting in a demand. Guys, I'm just gonna grab a water. Be right back.
This is the struggling moment right there for the 4225 area. Are we gonna follow the gap? Not possible, or we're not.
Alright, ladies and gents, I know you guys missed me. Sorry for being away for so long. Cliff, good morning. How's it going, Cliff? Good. You have a good weekend? You have a good weekend?
It actually was kind of crappy. It just
Aww.
overcast all weekend,
Aww.
and I had a bunch of work to do, so I was
Oh, jeez.
crappy.
No, that does not sound that good of a weekend. I'm sorry. Did you do anything for the holiday? Did you do anything for the holiday?
No. Today I'm going for a long motorcycle ride. That'll make up for it.
There you go. Enjoy. Be safe. There you go. Enjoy. Alright, guys. Here's a little divergence. You guys know I love my divergence. Style. Extend left. BB divergence. Survey says divergence. That was clean divergence in supply too. And I was just telling somebody today how it wasn't working that well. But that's good, that was clean. That's fresh, that's fly. Oh so how's it go? Oh yeah, I'm so fresh and so clean. That's not the song I was thinking of, but that's a good one too. Hey, look at that target hit. If you targeted the bottom of that area of interest, guys. Again, I just can't stress it enough. Having good key levels, having good trend lines, having good supply and demand, knowing your targets, it makes a difference. Now again, we're getting a little divergence here, right? Where ES wants to make this lower low, right? It's trying to go lower low. Oh, whoa, there we go. Nice. Beautiful. I'm not going to mark this divergence till it's formed. That was a nice push down. I mean, we hold this and we're seeing 42.08. It's another 10 points. They check out Tesla 5-minute rally drop base drop. What was that, Ironclad? No.
It was just going in my head like, okay, we had a good number and we are dropping.
Well, it makes sense because that means they're going to raise rates even more. The chances of them raising rates goes up, which is not what the market wants to see. It wants to see not only stopping the rates from going up, but a pivot. Pivot. We have to start cutting rates.
Right, right, right.
So the better and stronger the economy is and the consumer confidence is, the harder they're going to have to crack down because they want them to stop spending. We want to stop inflation. So the market's
Impossible to
yeah.
stop it. The malls are full all the time. I live nearby the mall, and I walk. It's like it's so packed. Like, my wife needed to go get something for her mom, and we went to this Galleria mall nearby our place. It's like OMG. It's like you couldn't walk in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm gonna go sit outside.
We went shopping for a new RV and they are selling off the lots like hotcakes. And we're like,
Yep.
no, not in the market then. I'm not in a bidding war. I'm never gonna be in a bidding war. I will wait till everybody is crying. Please take my RV. Please take it. And okay, I'll give you half of what it's gonna get.
I'm the same way with used cars.
I just want I'm like, oh yeah, somebody bought this one out from underneath the other
Oh
guy
my
yesterday.
goodness.
I'm like, I'm out.
What a drop.
This is
What a drop.
insanity.
Beautiful.
I'm actually pleased to see the market pulling back because if it popped higher, it was just gonna, I was gonna walk away. Just stop buying.
It trapped bulls.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
It
I'm gonna
trapped
short it.
bulls.
It's probably gonna go through the roof, but I'm shorting it. It's just in principle. You can't go up that much.
Amazon picking up strength here.
Check this out. That was nice.
Wu-Tang.
All right, bearish extreme on the
Yeah,
ticks.
I'm barely playing today. This is basically a Monday, and
Yup.
there's going to be a lot of
Yup.
musical chairs going on. I don't want to be the guy that's left without the chair.
Oh, but you know what? You pointed out last month too, though, which was a great point. Is that it's the end of the month, people gotta hit their bonuses, right?
Profits at these highs. That's the thing.
Right.
They have to end the month at a high.
Right. So listen,
Yeah.
I'm thinking they pumped it, right? They made their money. Then you had the great point. They're taking their profits. Now, guys, here's where again the multiple confirmations come in. Amy has the great points. At the end of the month, we're taking profits. People are hitting their targets and want to get their bonuses. That's a great fundamental of a confirmation. Then you throw in that we're in supply too, and it's like that's beautiful, perfect. Yep. That's right. That's right. But so are long squeezes apparently off this rally.
Yeah. Hard to know which way to go. So it's scalper's market.
Yep.
Really, I wouldn't stay in anything too long
Yep.
in either direction.
Yeah, hear that.
Although I do pile up every time we hit highs, I do pile up shorts again, just because I like to remain a little bit delta negative all the time.
That's because you're a bear.
Well, because everything that goes up must come down at least a little bit eventually.
Right. Here we go, guys.
You gotta hedge any longs.
Yeah. Guys, I like to mark my divergence exactly the same candle because the crosshairs line up with TradingView and most platforms. It makes it easier. But this is a clean divergence I like because one, it is closing as a divergence. Two, we did just trap so many shorts on this dump right here. Three, we're back above this key level on NASDAQ, and NASDAQ failed to create this lower low over here. So it was almost like a big liquidity grab on ES, breaking these lower lows, these equal lows, creating a lower low, but wicking right out of it back into this area of interest too. That's pretty crazy. Impulsive. I could see us going back up. Yeah, I think we go back up to the supply zone. Nice. Right, we gotta see what's going on equities. Google, Nvidia. What's up? Nice. Close. This is quite the market. I like the divergence. Would I go long here? No. Tesla coming back up? Yeah. Amazon coming back up. Nvidia looks like this might be a fake out candle. I don't know, we'll see. Microsoft is like the heaviest. Microsoft and Apple, so those are two that I really weigh heavily on whatever trend we're going. Apple, let's see. Yeah, let's wait these 50 seconds, guys. Remember, patience is key. Patience. It's got pay right in the name. Because we could get like the 30 seconds left on this 5-minute candle, right, on a video, and we could pump it. Or we could dump it. We don't know until we wait. That's why whenever we do hindsight and we're looking over our charts and our trades, we're like, oh, well, that's stupid. I should have entered here. Oh, that's dumb. But obviously, I should have took it there. But that hindsight is because the market's closed. The candle's closed already. If you're patient enough to trade the 5 and the 15, and let candles close, let the market give you clues, then you're able to really be patient and enter on a good risk reward, enter a good entry, enter without being faked out. I mean, if I was looking at the 15-minute right now, and I want this 15-minute, so realistically, I want ES to close in this area of interest and NASDAQ somewhere around this key level. Realistically, I would want it over, but I know my Q levels aren't exact, so around here and in this area of interest. Am I going to take the trade this second because that's what I'm looking at? Absolutely not. Because what if it just dumps for the next 3-4 minutes? Then I'm screwed. Can it pump without me, right? Can I be so right that I'm ahead of the curve and it's just going to start pumping now and I should enter right now? Sure. But again, I'm not going to take that coin flip of is it going to pump right now without me or is it going to dump without me? Because the whole thing is I'm waiting for it to close for the confirmation. If I wait for it to close and it gives me what I'm looking for, then I could take the trade confidently, right? Then I could have my stop loss, then I know what the candle looks like. If I wait for it to close, and it closes all the way down here and doesn't give me what I'm looking for, then guess what? I don't take the trade, and I don't take the loss. That's another major thing. Waiting for your confirmations and waiting for your setups and letting the candle close depending what time frame you're watching. What was it? Gotta tattoo that on my forehead. Yeah. That was a nice divergence. And again, I want this to close here. We're looking at the 15-minute. There's 6.5 hours in a day. See how many 15-minute candles that is. 4 times 6. 26 15-minute candles. Yeah, I'll let one close. Yeah. Could have been either direction, because this area of interest could have broke and worked as a supply now, so it all depends. Nope. Not yet. That's why I was waiting for it to close. Because if I took that trade right here, it would have been crushed. Would have sucked.
Well, I took that trade and I scalped 10 ticks in the ES.
Wait, higher or lower?
I went long.
You went long, nice. Right off the divergence, or where'd you go long? Probably like 42.20, 42.22. I do think we go higher still. I think there's a fake out lower because we have to grab liquidity before we go higher. The market can't just move. It's got to trap some people. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, kill him. Too easy. Too easy. When you're patient, the market gets easier. When you're patient and you let yourself say, okay, let me step back. I'm learning. I can't anticipate profitability right away. I'm still new. But let me learn. Let me read price action. Let me learn what works for others. Let me learn supply demand. Let me learn XYZ. Whatever it is your trading style. Some people use moving averages and that works. Some people use supply demand, that works. But if you just take a minute to step back and say, all right, let me learn price action. Let me learn this. Let me learn that. And you aren't like eager to be in a trade all the time, it's a lot less stressful. And easier, you know. What was that, Amy? My bad. That's right, absolutely. You'd rather be like, oh, I sat cash today, didn't take any trades and be break even, then be like, oh, I'm down 300, 400 today. I shouldn't have. I didn't wait for my confirmation. I got eager. I was undisciplined, and I took the trade I knew I shouldn't have. It's like I know. I feel better when I sat flat today, and I'm like, oh, that was a good day. Because you know what? When you sit flat, when you sit cash, that is a good day because you didn't lose any money. The market didn't take your money today. Let's see if we go higher. We sort of got what I was looking for, not as strong on NQ. We might get a pullback. I don't know. Divergence tells me bullish. Area tells me bullish. I'll trust my zones. I wish we had some type of, what's it called? Like, not data, but what is it? Like time in sales, depth of market, things like that. I know we have the DOM-ish, but but what is this? Let's see. Let's hook you guys up with some book map real quick. Let's see what the buyers and sellers are really doing right here. Nice. Nice. Jeremy the Tesla man. That's crazy. That's crazy. You gotta make a video for it. Alright guys, let's take a look at Bookmap, right? We just broke through this key level on Bookmap. The darker, when you're reading Bookmap, the darker areas is where the higher volume and liquidity is. So we broke through that, and it's really just reading the bubbles and stuff. Buyers, these green bubbles are buyers, red bubbles are sellers. Nothing crazy. Can I pop this in the corner?
Can we make the 42.29? Come on. We have a bearish cross on the 20 and 225 minutes on the yes.
Alright, let's do minimum size 20. Nah. Minimum size 4. Still too fast. 8. Nice buyers coming in. Look at that, guys. Money, money, money. Money. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh,
Paying my bills again.
That's nice. That's nice. Read that like a book, guys. Just, you know why? Because I was patient. I let the market talk to me. I let the market clues tell me what's up. I wasn't even using VIX on this. Just using purely the divergence and price action. And key levels. Wait for a key level, wait for a price action candle, wait for some type of clue to form near a key level or two. If you get ES and NQ both at a key level or support and resistance, higher probability. Wait for the 15-minute candle to close. You'd much rather a 15-minute trend than a 1-minute trend. Not dissing the 1-minute trends. Never, ever, ever dissing 1-minute trends. I just think, well, I don't think I know that 5-minute and 15-minute, the higher time zone trends, the bigger the move. You know, you trade a 1 hour, you're going to get a bigger move than you trade a 5-minute. But that's crazy. Yeah, I was going to say, then you could just literally, what's this move right here? Is 40 points, something like that, 30, 40. You could be like up 5, then you could scalp it back down another 5, and then up another 5. Hey, where do we find SIG's historical daily briefings? Okay.
OTIC, yeah?
Okay. Oh, Victoria, you're here. Victoria, you're
Sorry,
here.
I'm getting really busy with work at the moment, pushing through lots of stuff.
That's okay. Guys, I think we. That's
I've got
okay.
some half days coming
Guys,
up,
I
so
think we.
I'm taking a load of days off just to trade the American market, and I'm hopefully going to have my calves.
Nice. Guys, I think we might. I want to see a pullback here. A healthy pullback into this area of interest is really ideal. Unless, it's just too strong and doesn't want to pull back, that's cool too. OTIS, the singer, Otis? Otis Redding?
Yeah, I'm listening to Otis Redding right now. That wasn't it, Jeremy. What was it?
Options, coach, and where?
My subscription channel.
Options, coach, and we could just click him. Coach. Oh, it's not under his thing? I thought it was S. I thought there was an S. OIS? Oasis. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Ha ha ha. Guys, what a move. Right off that divergence. Too clean. Couldn't have called it out any clearer. A what?
The Options Industry Council.
Oh, that could be it.
I'm trying to grab.
Oh, that could be it.
Trying to grab a link to it.
Yeah, just shove a link in there when you're ready, Jeremy.
Called this divergence out this morning, you two people. You guys missed a really clean move.
He has all of his market reviews recorded.
Alright, guys, very important because you two people are coming in and out. Just very important for you two people. Divergence is key. OEC.
Oh, evening star. Hello. No problem. Anytime. No trouble at all.
Alright, that's your pullback right there, Kevin.
Yep. Nah, it's gonna be. Well, nah, you know what I'm gonna get? It's gonna close like around here, right? And then we're gonna pull back one more time and hit the zone. I don't know where in the zone. I'm thinking like 42.26 and we'll hold. If we go below, not sure. It's a good suit to use NQ as well when we're in this tough area, because of course you don't want to be like, oh, let me short here. Because then you see that NQ just broke out of its range and is retesting, so that could be a liquidity grab. And it's like, again, you don't want to be in the middle. You don't want to be flipping a coin when you trade. You want to be taking a high probability setup. So if you didn't get in on the divergence trade down here, you would wait for a pullback to enter long over here. Or you would wait for it to close for a pullback. Just because it's pulled back right here doesn't mean this is the perfect entry. It might be, because we might have the bias right and going long. But if you wait for it to close and we end up dumping even further down and you entered here, it's just going to run against you. There's no reason to counter trend trade. We still are rejecting a supply. And now, outside of this supply, we just created a lower high. So as much as this divergence is valid, we're creating a lower high outside of supply, not just on ES, but on NQ as well. That's sort of tough to run bullish against. So, again, wait for the candles to close, get your confirmation, get in, get out. Here we go. On Bookmap, we have a strong level of 42.22. Oh, ate that up. Got a seller foreman right here. See if buyers could come back in. This is a great stream today. This is clean price action, clean clues, using supply for a sell-off, using divergence for the pump up. Book map. This is a good one. This is one I'm gonna want to rename and like post. Yeah, NQ failing. Lower high. That's crazy. On YouTube, folks, if you want to learn more about like our strategies, our supply, demand, our divergence and stuff, we have monthly subscriptions. It's only like $47. We have yearly. We got lifetime. All of it. Is Chemo in here? Yo, Chemos, what's up, bro? Long time. Yeah, is that still rolling? Let me see. Oh wow, a lot of people signed up this morning. Thank you, YouTube people. Appreciate you. Oh, I got a meeting today too, that's right. I'm always cooking something up for you guys since I came on board. Want to get the ball rolling, want to get everybody happy and learning and doing well. Can you please explain how we plot supply and demand? Yes, absolutely. Yes, for sure. So, first let's go to let's do the demand zones, because those formed most recently. So price action wise, I'll explain how I find it, just because I don't want to break into the whole why is it, because I feel like I explain that often, and if you do want to know, you just let me know, and I'll let you, we could do like a one-on-one if you want, or if everybody here wants something, I could record it and put a supply demand video up. But basically what I look for is, if I'm looking for a demand zone, I'm going to look for a big rejection candle like this one, a red candle. So for a demand, think green demand zone, green demand, but I want a red rejection, because that red rejection is the trapped sellers. And that's also what I look for, is a big long wick to the bottom, because that means people were shorting all the way down and they got trapped. What I look for is a rally, but not just one candle. I look for multiple candles or a big move up. When I say big, I mean big in comparison to the basing, or just big in general. If it's like a 5-point rally and the demand zone's only like 2 or 3 points, that's a super small zone. I mean, you could maybe trade that on a 15 or a 30 minute, but I don't know. But so you look for the basing, the red basing, and then you get a big impulse move with continuation higher. So this was a huge move, and what you would do is you would mark out the open of the candle, which is going to be the top for this demand zone, because this is where the candle opened, this is where the candle closed, that's why this is a red candle, and then this is the low of the candle. So you would mark out the top, the open, and write a little 1 hour zone, and then you would do the rectangle all the way down to the bottom wick, and that's going to be your demand zone. And when you're looking for supply, you look for the inverse of that. You would look for, does the negative work? Yeah, I think it does work. Do you guys know that trick? That's a fun trick too. If you are trading on most platforms, if you throw the little minus in front, it oh, is it not working? Let's see. It should inverse the chart. Doesn't want to? Nah. Oh, maybe for maybe it goes this way. Nah, alright, I'll figure that out on TradingView for you guys. When you do it on Thinkorswim, it works. Like, if I did, like, negative ES, it's gonna give me inverse of ES. What? Am I tripping? Alright, I must be losing it. Forget this. I don't know why this isn't working. Trying to make me look like a liar today. Throw ES back on there. Look at that, we're pushing lower. That's why you wait for the candles to close. Still some divergence too though, so it's still up in the air. Again, this is not an area I would suggest going into a trade. Definitely not a short. I mean, maybe a long with the stop over here, but nah, I wouldn't take this, guys. Although this could have been the drop lower one more time to double bottom and grab liquidity lower before we pop higher. Which, if that's the case, I'm just going to delete this zone because then it's just like sort of invalid. VIX wants higher. Yeah, definitely a tough read right here, guys. When the market is a tough read, just step back. No point in being in a tough read. No point in forcing trades and stuff. Oh, so let me try to find a quick 30-minute supply zone for you, Madcore, so I could mark that out for you. Alright, so here's a 30-minute. Could probably see if we have like a 1 hour here too. No 1 hour. We have a 90-minute. Sort of have a 90-minute, but there's no continuation. I would want this to also go lower. So I'd probably just mark out the 30-minute on this. So you go to the open of the candle, make it red. You would give it the time frame, so this is a 30-minute. And you would go from the open to the top. Now there's a 30-minute zone. What you could do when you have zones inside of zones is those are higher probability. So if we get back into this supply zone, I won't really be looking to short in this area. I'll be looking to short more in this area because this is a supply within another supply, which shows me there was a lot of liquidity there to force it lower. Let's check out that 5-minute, what's going on. Came back up, right, because shorts weren't the move, longs were, double bottomed. Wow, nice. And it's just, sometimes the market is easy to read, sometimes it's not. When it is when you have to take advantage. That's when the market structure is to your liking. You know, as traders, as new traders, we have to go through the market every day to gain experience. We'll never be as good as the guy that's been doing it for 30 years if we've only been doing it for 1 or 2. Maybe if we get lucky and we get profitable in a year or 2, right, we could feel like we're on top of the world, but it doesn't mean we have the experience of the other guy. You just have to show up. The only way to get that is to show up. Getting some slippage here. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yo, I like how when people send you a Zoom meeting, you're able to like accept it in the email and it saves in your contacts, in your calendar. It's like so cool. It's the little things, people. Jeremy, have you ever heard of Tradier? Would you want to be in this meeting? It's at 2. Cool. You were in the last one with Tradier? Oh, that's... Okay, so perfect. So yeah, do you mind taking that call with me? Awesome. Cool. Okay.
Offer, and we've got some synergy that we can explore that for sure.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Alright, cool. Alright, back to trading. So what's going on in the market now, guys? We had that big rejection. We should have waited for it to close. You know, this was a huge fake out. A nice big liquidity grab. Now, was it liquidity grabbing to go lower, or is it faking out? Two? Ah. Reschedule it. But what I'm seeing in this, guys, what I see on this chart and on this chart is a lot of lower wicks. Definitely has a lot of upper wicks too, but a lot of lower wicks in the same general area. This 42.14, 42.17, this is a strong area that's been holding. Let's look left. Let's see if this was a strong zone. Check the 30 minute. Oh wow, look at that. So me, myself, and I don't like to mark the 30-minute zones. I usually go with the 1 hour. But lately I've been seeing a lot of times the 30 minutes actually really clean. Like if I had this 30 minute right here, would have been able to get in at the bottom of ES. That's what's great with supply and demand too, guys, is it's giving you areas of probability of reversals, and it's usually the bottoms and tops, because that's the whole point of supply and demand, is it's not breaking these zones, it's rejecting these zones. So when you're able to get in a supply and demand, that's when you're really able to let yourself hold the trade until your target hits, because you might have got in at that top or bottom. Let's see real quick. 30 minute. And the reason this is a 30-minute demand zone is why? Because we had one red basing candle and we had some follow through. This isn't the strongest zone, but it's the closest. Let's see, is there anything on the 1 hour, 90 minute, anything at all? Maybe a 90-minute zone right here, but I would want to check the higher time frame just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Even oh, that means we're going lower, guys. Institutional traders just want one thing, and that's our money. So they'll pump whatever fake news they can. Yeah.
Looking at 11:30, we've got the 6-month and 3-month bill auction coming out. It's kind of a low impact, but that 1 o'clock Fed speech is going to be a little bit more impactful. So be aware, or at least alert, of what's going on with the charts with that 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So look at that. That 30-minute zone was the actual, like, we wicked in it and we got a big rejection. That was pretty crazy. But we didn't hold it. So if you got in here, you know, you would have been up the 10 points at some point, and then it just collapsed 7 points on you. Oh, okay, I'm gonna point this out real quick too, and this is something I'm learning, because remember guys, even experienced traders, even profitable traders, every day you have to try to learn something. The minute you stop trying to learn things and think you know more, is the minute you'll start slipping up, and you can't allow that. You have to be constantly learning, constantly applying rules, constantly applying pressure to yourself, not pressure in the sense of oh my god, I have to be a trader, oh my god, I have to be right, but pressure in the sense of I have to learn, I have to get better, I have to work on things. So what I've noticed a lot with divergence, and I point this out to you guys because I want you guys to be on the same page as me and learn as well, is we had on the 15-minute this divergence, right, and we got a big move up, like a big move up, a big first move up, but then we had a quick pullback. We went lower than this divergence, but by creating another lower low on ES, we had another divergence on NQ, a smaller one, maybe like a 5-minute. Alright, we got a 5-minute divergence here, which gave us another small pump up. So what I've seen a lot of times is if we have a 15-minute divergence, wait for it to break those lows one more time for a liquidity grab, and then another pump. So that was it. That's it. Right.
It will definitely eat your lunch when you start saying stuff like that to yourself.
Yep.
Really got to be on top of it and willing to learn at all times. I'm still learning. I'm not gonna ever say otherwise. I am proud to say that I'm always learning. I'm not shy about it. I'm not gonna like I know it all. Never.
No, can't. No, can't.
Tesla's consolidating into a really nice wedge here.
Why?
Where it's a topping pattern though, so it's a little leery. Back to about 119.20 really quickly, so kind of be aware that that might run out that rally for a moment. But I think this is going to shake people out and continue hooking on. SPY kind of looking the same way. We still have a resistance target up there at 424, but we're looking a little top heavy right now. Pullback. Trend line there sets us up for a push to the upper 20 even for a moment. So watch for a quick grab on what you think would be a stop loss grab, but it's not. It's just capitalization taking place briefly.
NQ pushing lower, ES trying to push higher, some more divergence. These things should be trending together. So be careful taking any trades here. You're just saying always be alert while I'm yawning. Yeah. Come on, market, do something. Sometimes you have to ask nicely, and that moves the market. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I like to use NQ sort of as a leader, guys. Not leader, but if NQ is much weaker, I'll look to play a weaker ES. If NQ is stronger, I'll look to play a stronger ES. Again, reason behind that, top 10 on NQ and top 10 in ES are the same top 10 stocks, except that NQ is weighted 57%. With those top 10, ES is only weighted 26%. So if we do have a strong NQ, more likely than not, ES follows suit. If we have a weak NQ, a lot of times the market has trouble holding strong and creating higher highs because the electronics, the tech sectors are failing as well. Let's see, VIX looks like it wants to try to pop. VIX sort of created a rally-based rally, which would be bearish. So we'll have to see. Nice. Yeah, Nvidia too looks a little bullish. Microsoft's been pushing higher. We got 1 minute and 16 seconds left in this 5-minute. So this is an essential 5-minute, guys, because looking at equities, it looks like these things want to make a decision to either pop or drop. A lot of them looking like they're ready to pop. Apple sort of basing out in this area. Microsoft has been pushing a bit higher. This candle could be a fake out. Nvidia's just been ridiculously strong. I think now it's $1 trillion cap, right? That's crazy. So it makes you think, why are these looking like they want to go higher? Oh, nope, now they look like they want to go lower. It's going to say, while NQ is pushing lower. And that's what's great about trading equities and futures, or just using equities to trade your futures. Once things start getting, there's good divergence and there's bad divergence. Here we go. Here's a good lesson for you. Good divergence is when the market tells you, hey, ES created a lower low, and NQ created a higher low. We're gonna pop momentarily. We're gonna get a momentary move up. That's great. That's good divergence because this gives us market sentiment and direction. Bad divergence is when things that should be confluent with each other are not. Tesla wants to go lower. NQ is holding this range. Tesla's been going higher though, so it's these things that should be going together. Apple wants to go lower. Microsoft looks like it's been trying to pop higher. It's too much back and forth. You want these things to be obvious. Okay, we're going down. Right now, this seems more obvious. Okay, we're going down. But what is obvious in the stock market? Again, if things were obvious, everybody would be winning, everybody would be trading. It's just not that easy. Can it be? Absolutely. Gotta create a good set of rules. Gotta get some good confirmations. Gotta have good risk reward. Nice. Always gotta have enough coffee. Alright, so I'm marking this level right here on Microsoft as a key level because we wicked off of it here. We used it again as support. Then we sort of used it as we used it as a resistance. Resistance is when you go lower. Then we used it as a support. It's when we use it to go higher. Now we're again using it as a resistance. If we break through it, I'll look for us to hold it and for the market to be strong as well. Tesla could probably also find a good key level on if you guys want to give me a second. Key levels, guys, I like to look on any, I would say, at least 1 hour. At least, like, minimum 1 hour. But, nice. Alright, there's some key levels on Tesla. Tesla looking ready to fail. I gotta start getting my indicators on here. Welkins, guys, if you have TradingView, great indicator. It's a volume indicator that displays volume as different colored candles to show you different types of strength. So like yellow and white are the strongest, blue is relatively strong, and then gray is weak. And it also displays volume as clouds, which is really cool. So like if you're trading the 5 minute and you see the green cloud is pretty equal with the red cloud, you know we have strong buying volume. And then once that starts to fall off, you sort of know we're going to be selling off. You know, you get a big red cloud, you know that there's a lot of selling volume. And that's sort of a easier way of interpreting volume. And these clouds go off of the 15 minute and 30 minute time frame. So it's reading the higher time frame volume. Right, 30 minute. Yeah, we're going lower. Yeah, look at that. Wicked off of the demand. I think we go lower. We didn't get much of a bounce off of demand at first. Will all depend on NQ as well. If we could break above and hold above 14,441, that's a strong level. Oh, here we go. NQ with some strength. Yes, higher low off of demand. Sweet. You know, you enter here long, right? And you could put your stop at demand, put your target, like, I don't know, anywhere. Just so you know where your stop is, you know, and then you can move your stop as we go. Could even put the stop at like a different low, just because like we created a higher low here, so if we do go lower, we're probably just gonna drop. Like if this demand, another big thing, guys, when we're using a new demand zone, we want a fast reaction and a strong reaction out of it. Like this reaction right here, it is not it. This reaction right here, we rejected, we wicked, we popped, and then we wicked right back. Not the move I'm looking for. But if you were patient and waited for the pullback and you saw us wick to a T, look at that, wicked right off of demand. Like couldn't be any more perfect. Then you could take it along here, put your stop there, right? Let's say go there, stop there. Nice. And then throw like the target there. The J-Fan, the J-Man. Hey, what's going on? I see some new people in here. What's going on, Burger King? James Bennett, what's going on? Not sure, Corey. Burger. Yeah. Nice. Alright, let's see if this move holds. NQ's pushing strong. That's the move we want to see. We want to see NQ catch a bid. We want to see that stronger. We want to see VIX selling off. We want to see equities doing good. Equities have been doing really, really well lately. Hello, YouTube people. I put my face up there. I got a bullish bear shirt on, guys. It's a little bit of a joke, though. It says buy high, sell low. Don't do that. Unless you're exiting a profit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go. That's cool. That's cool until we can't sell those because of the logo. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, if your profile picture is the just scalp it. Very cool. Alright, guys, let's see. Let's see, something I'm gonna be looking for is NQ to break this intraday high right here. Very strong level. Right now, though, what are we doing? We're using this area of interest, this blue area of interest, as a supply. It's being used as resistance right here on ES. We need to break into it and hold into it with strength. Got 40 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. Gotta be patient, let things close, let things play out. Yep. Yep. Oh. Ooh. Rejection.
Right there, that's where our regression went.
Rejection, oh boy. Yep, That's right. That's right. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Now we're going higher now.
Give it a few more 1-minute bars and we should have a quick gap bar.
I'm looking at equities right now. Tesla, Apple. Apple created another lower high. Microsoft pushed through that key level, which I like, but on a 5-minute it created a gravestone candle, which could almost be like a 5-minute supply zone if we sell off and have continuation on the 5-minute time frame. That's what's cool with supply and demand too, is you could implement the candle formation into intraday trading. Like, this could have been a basing followed by a rally. Like, this could be a 5-minute demand zone, but not really because of the long wick on top. If I was looking for a 5-minute, I guess I would do this one. Let's see, looks like we're going higher, or we're faking. Oh wait, now let's see NQ. NQ looks strong right now. Hey, we got that bullish bears gear up in here. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. Maybe I'll do some sort of like competition. Get everybody involved. Some type of way to win a hat. Do you mean you're asking GPT to type it for you? No, I'm just kidding. That's how I would do it. That's how I would do it. Okay, that's cool. Nice, nice. Come on, NQ.
Essentially, it takes some of the stuff that their software does already and converts it into a slightly different way to print it.
Yeah. Let's see, come on NQ, hold higher. I don't like that VIX has been printing green candles. Sort of shows me weakness. But we'll see. Yeah, that would keep me out right now. That would keep me out of longs as VIX strength. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yo, send me the parameters. Send me exactly what you're looking for, like as much detail as you can, and I'll try to figure it out. I'm pretty good. I was good with coding Thinkorswim. I can maybe make it in Thinkorswim and then transfer it over with GPT, because GPT is really good at like switching code to another code. But I could try. Have you asked Sig to do it yet? Okay.
And that's the variable. So it's like it always changes. So sometimes you'll have like the 9 count bar. Sometimes you'll have like the 15 count or some weird number.
Yeah.
But it all shifts when you change time frames too. So it wouldn't transpose to every time frame. It would only be on the specific time frame you're looking at.
Right. Yo, I'm thinking we go lower here, guys. Just straight up weakness all around. I think we get one more little pop higher. If you want to try to short around 42, 22, 25 and have a stop at like 42, 23, 25, give yourself a 1-point stop. That way you know how much you're risking, you know how much your reward is over here. 7-1 risk reward for a scalp. If we get back up there. Sorry. Yeah, definitely think we go lower. If we go lower, the demand zone's not gonna hold up. This is a 30-minute that we tapped twice now and haven't been able to hold. But we'll see, we'll see.
This will be your 156 supply. 40 seconds in.
I like, what was it? Microsoft's 5-minute was very weak. Yeah, look at that. Microsoft's 5-minute, I said it was creating a gravestone if we had followed through on the 5-minute. So here's the first 5-minute sell off. And it held the key level that I gave it. So I would look for it to break below and hold below, and that would be almost a confirmation to go short, because that would be bringing NQ lower along with ES. So we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. If we look at the 5-minute too, before I mentioned how we had a lot of wicks to the bottom, we have a lot of wicks on the top now.
Hey Jeremy, you know that problem? I'm sorry, I was writing as you were speaking. You know that problem with the was it with the trend lines? We were trying to get some sort of code to try and map out some of the problem. Just explain the problem quickly to me.
Sure. So, trying to get a formula to automate the JFan, right? So, these fan lines that keep going.
Yeah.
Problem is, it needs to have some sort of consolidation to base the lines on. The count of bars in that consolidation is variable. It's always
Come here.
never a solid number.
Come on, Mr. Pee-Pee. Come, Lucy, come. Come on.
Sometimes you'll have this weird number like 5 bars, 7 bars, 12 bars, whatever. It just keeps changing. So there's no 0 point convergence on those lines. You're left with the chart of those behaviors. So what you have to need to find consolidation. Remember, highest high, lowest low.
Here we go.
That part of the code is easy, but finding the convergence zone of consolidation is important. So I can't formulate how to put a specific number on consolidation to build it. It has to be a variable number.
Just out of curiosity, how are you finding that first highest high?
So it's just essentially looking for where you see a high bar anywhere in a trend, whether it's flat, up, or down.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they're examples of dynamic indicators, yeah?
I have an auto trend line indicator like this right here. Maybe something like that.
What I'm getting at is I've actually used Bollinger Bands to build this.
Maybe cool.
Because every time you see the Bollinger Bands put together, it's convergence. Where you get consolidation. That's all you need. Mark out first high, first low. Plug this in to
Right.
March. Well, even the beginning of next year, I'll be taking a trip with some of the folks over there interview Mr. Bollinger himself.
Do it.
They not even one was public yet. Just kind of off an idea. Hey, I can build on this with the trend lines.
Look at this.
Have a look at it tonight. I can go on I can go on Stack Overflow and see if anyone's done it. I know that sounds like a bit stupid, but I can
That's
try
cool
and
though.
I can try and have a look to see how people build dynamic indicators in particular.
Guys, if we
If you're bored, absolutely. That's the kind of stuff that can make or break you. Seriously.
Alright guys, if we go lower here, this trade entry over here for a short, it's a 7.5 to 1 risk reward. That's a nice risk reward. Especially because the stop was only a point. That's if we go lower.
We're tagging along the trend change regression line. We're out of that divergence, so there was that signal bar.
Buyers are coming in.
Was the hammer.
Yeah.
The body of that hammer is exactly the width of that divergence on the fan lines. And then that was a buy signal to go long right there. It ran up. It didn't quite run away, but it ran to the next deviation, the next channel split, which would have to get on.
Right.
As I was talking, kind of was sorting out this indicator thing talking. Slowly adding lines to it as chart nasty as I possibly could. And it flows exactly with the deviation. So now we're coming back to regressions where we'll get another signal done. So we'll either be able to have a sell signal or a buy signal. And then
There we go.
get to that split of those two divergence lines. Those two regression lines divergence. And you'll find a split in the middle of those.
This trade's currently at 3 to 1 risk reward.
So I want to make it super nasty and post a picture of it real quick.
VIX wants higher. Come on, VIX. We want something I'd be looking for to hold short is NQ to go lower and strengthen the VIX. These are just confirmations to go lower. Nice, nice. Would you share? Oh yeah, look at that. Here, let me
Yeah, see that little blue line I have between the two white lines? That's between two divergences or two previous regression lines on the trend change.
So you plot all of these?
Yep, twice just literally bounced right off that center blue line to the number.
And you made this up yourself?
And these are what I call
That's cool. So you know there is an indicator. What is it?
There's a GAN fan.
GAN fan. Yeah. So
GAN fan is it's not dynamic. This is dynamic.
okay.
That's the difference between the two. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to code it to be dynamic. It has to be dynamic. It has to change with conditions.
Oh, so wait, you're constantly changing those?
We're running divisions
So what I need you to do, so I could try to help you to create this indicator. I need you to write like first figure out like how many candles back are we looking? Like where this one starts? Is it like 50 candles back, and then create division fan lines, and then we can work from there. Because we got when creating an indicator for TOS or Trading View. Yeah, it's gotta have the look. It's gotta be so precise. It's gotta be like look back this many, create this many fan lines. This many fan lines. Yo.
I can't plot a way to have a look back at a specific point in time. So like it's constantly going to be dynamic.
Right. Right.
That's the problem with looking at hard objects.
Right.
They work,
There we go.
have not figured out a way to automatically draw these.
There we go. We're gonna hit this demand again. Gotta. We're gonna hit this demand again. Gotta. Unless I'm the one that's getting faked. What I just do, I put a short position there.
Times now that prices tap that center line between the two previous regression lines.
Yep. Yep.
So this can be a
Yep.
fake out.
Yep.
This a quick rip to like 14.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yep. But VIX with the spike up higher. We'll see, guys. We'll see. It is definitely creating a lot of lower wicks, which means buyers are not giving it up yet. But makes you wonder, once they give it up, does that mean we're just gonna sell off all day? Like if we when in doubt, zoom out. If you don't know what's going on trend-wise, you go to a higher time frame. Okay, look at the higher time frame. If we close this 1 hour in 45 minutes, but red or with a big wick towards the top, this could be a 1 hour supply zone forming, and we could sell off for the next 2 or 3 hours after this candle forms, which would make this entry ideal because you just got in at the top of that wick. So that's cool too.
10:35 and a candle that way, you drag it to the right of the chart. That's where your supply for that whole area.
Yep. Here we go. Let's see.
Grab one more set of stops.
Yeah, we might. I'm looking at NQ, and NQ sort of looks like it was like a rounding, but let's see. Really gotta see. Alright, but we are gonna be wrapping up the YouTube, and I'd say about like 5-10 minutes already, 11:15. Maybe when take profit hits, guys. When demand hits over here, then we'll turn YouTube off. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. VIX pushing higher again. Give us that. Yeah, there we go. Guys, this is now a 6-to-1 risk reward. If you were to take profit right here, that's what that would have been, a 6-to-1. NQ going lower, and look at that profit hit. Boom. Easy. Again, easy, not easy. It's easy when you're patient and you listen to the market. You can't force things in the market. And look, too, NQ just hit this key level. So I could have also maybe trimmed some here and then taken more when I saw NQ hit a support or resistance. Because this could also be another fake out lower. Because every time we made a lower low today, what happened? We bounced. Yup. So who knows? But now NQ's going below its key level. So it really depends. Like I said before too, once buyers do give it up, are we just going to sell off the rest of the day? Which again would have made this entry right over here at 42.22 like perfect, yo. Perfect. Because that would lead to this 1 hour, multiple hours sell-off. Again though, I would have wanted a green basing for it to continue. So we will see. I do think we get a little pullback because I want this 1 hour to close. This 1 hour's got to grab liquidity, so it could sell off for the rest of the day. You know, and if we do get back over here. For everybody on YouTube, everybody in Discord as well, because we're going to be wrapping it up soon. If we do get back above here and close green, then go lower for the rest of the day. Targets are going to be 4208.50 key level, and then as well 90-minute demand zone. That's how we use supply and demand. We use them as entries, we use them as exits, as targets, as stop losses. It's great. It's great. 15-minute noise. Damn. Yeah, what are equities doing? Tesla looks like it's about to fall off. Nvidia 2's got a bunch of liquidity to grab from, I don't know, everywhere. So, but pretty much downwards. It's got a lot of liquidity down because of all the gaps that were made, because of all the big moves that were made. Does that mean it's going to go down immediately? Definitely not. But it does have the liquidity there. A lot of times we'll see us break into a gap zone, and then we'll use that zone as demand. Instead of, so when people have, think of it like this, from a retail mindset. If you have a gap zone starting right here, and I want to short it to fill the gap here, right? So every retail trader sees this gap and goes, I'm going to short it in the gap and target over here. Meanwhile, the stock could come into the gap and then use it as demand and bounce again. Because the liquidity's there. That's the whole thing. Liquidity is there. And what makes supply and demand? Liquidity. So we get into here, we use it as demand. Everybody who just went short just got ate up, and we end up going higher. So it's something to really take for a matter of fact, is that the liquidity's there, and retail is going to be shorting there. That's two big no-nos to short. If retail's going to be shorting, and there's a lot of liquidity and volume, can't do it. Don't do it. Yep. Yep. Like even this gap right here, Tesla's daily gap, we dipped into it, right? And all the retail that went short because they saw how strong the sell candle was. It was also this key level right here. We went into it, we liquidity grabbed, and we had a nice big push up. Everybody who went short had to cover, and that fueled a move higher. So liquidity, supply, demand, they work for large cap equities, and they work for you know, futures and ESNQ, SPY, QQQ. Yep. I think we go lower here. That's crazy. Yeah, you know what's up? We got, I wanted to say divergence on ESNQ on the 5-minute, but lately the 5-minute divergence has not been working out as strong unless it's paired with a 15-minute divergent. And because we're sitting on a key level on NQ and we're sitting in, oh my god. There we go. Ain't that something? Yup. Oh my god. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. VIX pushing higher. Just clean. Just clean. That's why I was saying that divergence. I wouldn't trust a 5-minute divergence yet because the 5-minute hasn't closed. That was a beautiful trade. Oh no. Yo, this was a beautiful trade. I took profits right here. I caught about 8 points on this. But, you know, if I was trading with more contracts and trailed out, I would have been able to hold longer. But this was a nice move, a confident move. You want to be confident in your trades. You don't want to get in and go, oh man, I hope it doesn't stop me out. You want to get in and say, okay, here's my stop if I'm wrong, and I'm okay with losing this much if I'm wrong. But here's my target for when I'm right. I'm gonna let it go to that target. Because the market's not always, you're not going to enter and it's not going to go right to your target. It's going to chop for a bit. And that's what makes futures so great too, is because the chop won't beat you up like Theta can or Greeks can. Yup. Yup.
for the seller.
I was gonna say Mr. Seller over here.
Mr. Seller over here. I don't even need to have a head talking to that on the I don't have to sit there and crunch all those numbers and waste
Lower.
tile.
Right.
Analyze all
Lower.
I don't need to.
Right. No
All
way.
I need is a relative trend
Right.
and
No
what
way.
seems to be fair value at a certain amount of time versus price movement. That's all you need. Just leave the other right side of the trade and the right side.
Yep. Yo, that was fire. That was a nice move down. That was beautiful.
That's why I can split off as a trade and use spreads being that.
Yep.
Waste time with the math. By the time I figured out all the math involved with all the grades,
It moved.
it's too late.
Yeah. Guys, real quick, last thing I'll point out before I dip. So if you obviously you can't get in short here. You can, but you shouldn't because you're gonna get chopped up. You're gonna get faked out. There's gonna be some type of pullback. Yeah. So you could have gotten a little lower, like over in this 5 minute candle or something. But once you do start moving your entry, look at the risk reward. Starts dropping a lot. Now it's a 3 to 1 risk reward. Before it was a 9. Before when we had that first entry, it was a 14 to 1 risk reward. Like that's a mind-blowing risk reward trade. You tell any professional trader, oh, I had a 14 to 1 risk reward on this trade, they'll be like, oh, you went heavy, right? Like that's a trade you want to take. Not just because it's for such a high risk reward. Gotta remember that too. But you want the confirmations. If it's the high risk reward plus the confirmations, then you start really becoming a profitable and a more disciplined trader. Because then you know what you're waiting for and all that. So, I mean, it could work for scalping too. You would just have to be a lot quicker with it. But that's good. Good. So definitely, were you using ES? Were you using NQ? Did you have confirmations on it? Were you using VIX? Okay. Alright. So yeah, so with scalping, that's definitely a bit more of how you gotta do it, because it's harder to have a target when scalping. What time frame do you use? The 1 minute? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on your entry, what your risk is, what your reward is. I mean, you definitely want to go back and look at your trades and see if they're valid risk rewards. You don't want to be doing a lot of one-for-ones. One-for-ones are good if you're a high win trader, but then you do have to win more than you lose. What's good with the high risk reward is you could lose more than you win and still be profitable. Oh, well then you're good. Well, Victoria, if you're winning them all, then just keep winning.
That's how we roll. Keep winning. But remember, check your head.
Yeah, you don't want to think, yo. It has been a good trend day. It's been a beautiful day. That's awesome. It gave us that pop for the divergence earlier. It gave us the drop using this area of interest. Good risk reward on this trade. Caught all that on YouTube. This will be up if anybody wants to go back and look at it. Very good. I love trading. One of the great features I love about TradingView would have to be the whole long position, short position thing. Because then you could really look at your risk reward. Then you could look ahead of time, like, okay, where will I enter? Where's my stop? Where's my target? And you could visualize it. So it's like, if this was if this was the risk reward, this looks good, right? A little bit of red, whole lot of green. But if you start going lower and you're like, ooh, you know what? That looks way too close to being equal. Then you're like, all right, maybe I'll skip this one. You know, you want something that's a 1 to 3. 1 to 2 is good. 1 to 3 is really good, and higher is good. But once you start hitting crazy ones like 4, 5, 9 is insane. But it's cool. It's risk reward is a great tool. Yeah, today was a good one. Today was a really good one. Nice.
once you get into being able to work with option strategies as an income strategy rather than just a trade strategy,
Yeah.
your whole outlook changes. The way you trade
Yeah.
completely changes.
Alright guys, so what I would look for now is for this demand, this level, 421525, to hold as a resistance. Because this demand was broken, I'm gonna look for it to hold right here and go lower. If you're already in this trade, great, you got nothing to stress over. If you're not in this trade, you could look to enter around over here and put your stop right above the demand. That way, you know, you enter like here. There you go. Just wicked out a demand. You could enter there and put your stop like a point higher or something. And then you could sort of play that and get another decent risk reward trade, 9 to 1. But this is tough because now you're getting in on the pullback, and unless you let the candle close, you don't really know where the pullback stops. It could pull back all the way up here and then go lower, right? So that's a little tougher than like this one where you know we're creating a lower high. See, this pullback, you would have got wrecked.
I saw that one coming.
I know, I was busy yapping. I was sort of hoping it was gonna do something. Nice.
These channel lines, man. Any time frame, right down to the last 7 chart.
Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Very good, Jeremy.
So thinking, well, that's why I want to automate this strategy, being able to put this on your chart as an indicator. It's pretty well documented that I've been playing with it for a while, so it's mine. Developer. I don't know. So far, I don't know of anybody else who's looked at price action this way.
Where's VWAP?
Van line is pretty relevant, but like I said, they're static. They're not dynamic. Changing conditions.
I always forget about VWAP. Oh, you know what? Style visibility. Turn. Yeah, it's the only indicator I use. And volume. Yeah. Right. Yo, VIX is dropping. That's bullish. I'll have to wait and see. Alright, but YouTube, it's been fun. Today was a good Monday, sort of Tuesday, because we had the 3-day weekend. We will catch you guys tomorrow. I hope some of you guys caught some of those trades. We had some good call-outs today. I know a lot of people will say, oh, do you guys have call-outs, blah, blah, blah. We don't really do call-outs like, hey, buy now, sell now. Buy this option for this much, sell this option for this much. But when we're in the live, we will say, hey, this is what we're looking at, an entry here. Sometimes I'll say, hey, I'm entering here, or a lot of times you'll hear me say I'm gonna take profit here, and we we usually end up getting more of a move after I take profit, but but other than that, it's we do give little bits of call outs. We say, hey, this is a good area, and we try to teach. Sorry, you go. Yep. Yep. No, really?
We stand up first and then listen to the clock. Sit back down. But it's kind of the same here when you're going in for day trading strategy versus options guys that are doing so it's kind of a you're literally rolling
Yep.
it's okay to leave a little money on the table now.
Yep. Alright, YouTube, I am turning you guys off. Thank you again for joining us. We will catch you guys tomorrow. Please tune in tomorrow. Will be another great trading day. We'll have more supply and demand trades. We'll have more patience. Wait for the good setups. Alright, logging off. Take care.